Let's talk about these three stages. The caterpillar, the pupa, what many would call a cocoon. And let's talk about the butterfly, those three stages. Now, the butterfly and the caterpillar is not really an animal that many would talk about in a red pill, in a manosphere, in a men's group. Many would talk about the lion, the roaring, the beating on the chest all the time. But how about we touch upon the evolution, the change for the better, and let's choose an animal that many men overlook, the butterfly. Let's talk metamorphosis. Many of you can relate to the life of a caterpillar. You see, when we all start off with our peers in the same grade, having children around the same time, getting married around the same time, graduating around the same time, participating in the same events, pretty much all around the same time. You like the same music, same religion, same culture, pretty much same everything as those around you. That is the life of the caterpillar. They all pretty much do the same thing. Crawl around on the tree branches, eat the leaves, move about, living their lives, and everything is all good. But one day you say to yourself, something has to define me as a man. Something has to make me different, special, intrinsic, stand out. So you pick your own path. Whether or not it is good or bad, for you, you're going to find out later, but for now, you have to pick your own path. My brothers, you pull off the road that you were on with everybody else, you pull to the side. You keep to yourself. You say, you know what, I'm no longer blue pill, now I want to try out the red pill. You say to yourself, you know what, maybe children is not for me, maybe getting married is not for me, or maybe it is for you. You are making a decision at that point. You decide to go back to school even though you're 55 years old. After all, who the heck knows when your last day on earth is? Who said you're too old? You may live another 40, 50, 60, or 70 years. So why not improve your life? You take yourself back to school. You change your career. You change your religion. God forbid you change your religion, right? You don't believe what you used to believe anymore. You believe something different. You dare to be yourself and find yourself. But in order to do so, you have to become secluded. You have to pull to the side. You're no longer communicating with friends. You're no longer going out with everybody. What does this mean? This guy is antisocial to the eyes of those who stand on the outside. They cannot see what you're doing on the inside of your heart, your mind, in the inside of your home. You're always on the laptop. Is it your online business? They can't tell. Is it you taking new online classes to get that master's and the PhD? They can't tell. Is it you learning about your faith, your history? They can't tell. So what do? Now, they hate you. They say you're not moving. You're not productive, because you see, the caterpillars who are with you on the outside of the cocoon cannot see what you're doing inside of the cocoon. They cannot see your process, your transformation. They don't understand you. They don't understand it. You see what I'm saying? But you see, the important thing about the cocoon is that it is hard. The pupa is tough, right? It is not so easy for other insects to penetrate. But what's funny is many people think the caterpillar created this cocoon from the outside. No, the hard shell of that cocoon, the pupa, was already under the soft skin of the caterpillar days before it was ready to create that pupa, that cocoon. So your toughness is already within you. You don't need to look around to be tough. You don't need to look around to find anything to make you necessarily tough. You see, what I am saying is not what's making you tough. I am just helping you pull back the soft skin and show your toughness that you already have on the inside. See, the caterpillar shed that soft skin, and out of it come out the hard cocoon, and it stays inside for its transformation. Now, while you are doing your transformation and you have your hard shell ready, your hard mentality, your tough mindset, and you are ignoring everybody who is out there criticizing you, belittling you, telling you that you are not going anywhere because they cannot see you moving and crawling around with the other caterpillars anymore. You are now stationary. You are idle, but they don't understand inside that cocoon, you're doing work. When the caterpillar is inside the cocoon, it liquefies itself. It completely digests itself. It is nothing but goo. But in that goo, there is something happening. That goo is not dead. That pus is not something that is just trash. But from those who cannot understand what you're doing, they think you are nothing more but puke. But you see, you are the golden liquid. You liquefy yourself like the caterpillar while you are in seclusion because you are getting ready to become moldable. You cannot be moldable when you're still in the same shape you were in before. You are changing yourself like a bodybuilder who bulked up but is not ripped. Sometimes they go back and regress back to losing all that mass, and they do it all over again. They chisel themselves up again. You see, that is what's happening inside the cocoon. That is what's happening when you are in seclusion, when they don't see you doing as many live streams, when you're not doing as many videos, when you are not in church anymore because you become an Israelite or whatever it is that you're doing. They cannot tell. You quit that job. You became part-time. Why? How? How could you do such a thing? But you're working on a better career. You are now creating your own business. You are becoming the master of your destiny. But you see, the perspective that you have inside your cocoon, your seclusion, like the caterpillar, those on the outside do not have the same perspective. You see, that is something I want you brothers to understand, that your perspective is not their perspective, and you don't need them to understand. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep improving. You don't need to be in the club with everybody. You don't need to be having tacos and drinks every Tuesday. You don't need Taco Tuesdays. You don't need to be in the club every Friday and every Saturdays. Now you are doing what you need to do for yourself. But best believe the criticism will come. And when it does, that is okay. Because you are going through your metamorphosis. And remember, your tough shell is already inside you, like the caterpillar. But when that pupa, the cocoon, cracks open and a butterfly emerges, they are wondering, how did you get all the way up there? So now they're criticizing you for thinking you're better than them because you are soaring up high and above. Because you are no longer crawling around with them. You are soaring, not crawling. And as they criticize you, remember this. What can a crawling creature understand about the perspective of one who soars high in the sky? So keep going all the way up. And remember, besides your own mind, nothing can stop you. This is your metamorphosis. Embrace.